TLDR, I decided, fuck it, I want to go to another con. It's called Station Unity. It's not just anime, it's a nerd con. And went there, had fun, was driving back home, and guy in front of me all of a sudden decided to stop. And we're on the highway going like 60, 70 something, and I hit my brakes. I managed to come to a stop. Lady behind me didn't. I got rear-ended by a 2016 Honda Civic. So yeah,
Nice.
but luckily it wasn't like a hard crash. It was more like a bump. But yeah, still got rear-ended. That was fun. My very first accident at 28. Yeah,
That's not bad though.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
I mean,
I had
think
my
that's
first
pretty
accident
good.
at 25.
yeah, I'm surprised I managed.
26.
I knew it was
My
a
first
numbers
accident
game.
was
I
when I
knew
was 18.
eventually it was gonna happen, but I was like, oh shit,
Hold on.
it finally happened.
I had my first car accident when I was like 18.
Asian drivers, man, I swear to God.
Racism, Alex. This is
Racism. It's been like
Wow.
45 minutes and it's already we're delving into racism. It's great.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's just who I am.
America, right?
Actually,
But yeah.
fun fact about the accident I had, it was like 5 days after we recorded the very first episode of this podcast.
Oh my God.
Remember?
So we started this podcast in 2015, and our very first episode went out on November 20th, which is why our mascot's birthday is November 20th. But the day after Thanksgiving in 2015, which is like later that same week, I got into my very first accident.
Wait,
Totaled my car.
I need to know, Shinoda.
Yeah.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little bit shook up. Like, I was supposed to go into work today, but like last night I was like, yeah, fuck that. I don't know if there's
Nah,
anything
bro, like,
that's gonna come up.
Like,
Makes sense.
when I first got in my accident, I had fucking PTSD. Like I couldn't be in the passenger seat while people were driving, because what happened to me was this bitch cut me off and then slammed on her brakes, and then I literally was like, I just started this new job and I didn't have no fucking money, and I was like, I need to buy new tires, so I slammed on my brakes, but I slid into her anyway because I had shitty tires on an old car, and it just like every time I saw like brake lights, I'd fucking my heart would start fucking palpitating. I'd be like, fuck,
Shit.
like, slow down faster. Like, dude, it was fucking rough.
Why in both stories I sense a pattern? There's a woman involved.
Okay, Natai.
Okay, Natai. Okay.
Really not. Jesus.
For the record, the
So
first
we
accident
go
I
from
was ever in-
racism to sexism.
For the record, the first accident I was ever involved with. So me and my group of friends were going to the beach, and when like it was a not really nice vacation, and right when we left, so right before we left, my buddy, his finger got like a small cut in his finger because it was trying to cut some. It doesn't matter. He got injured, so he wasn't really 100% on driving. So he asked his girlfriend to drive for him. So like we're all getting in our cars. So his car is right in front of me when they're parking, and so we're following his lead, but she's driving. We're like getting away from the beach or whatever, and we get to this like very narrow passage, and there's a car that's also trying to approach in front of us. So she wants to go back to let them pass. So she's shifting to reverse, and we didn't notice. She just backing up, and we're like, I'm honking the horn. She's crashing into my car. So I just noticed a pattern. That's it. I didn't say anything.
Well, so my second accident that I had, I got rear-ended, and it was by a guy this time. But this one's a little bit of a crazy story. So I was stopped trying to take a left into my neighborhood. My younger brother was in the car with me, and there was another car behind me, and the car behind him was speeding through a fucking school zone at 40 miles an hour.
God.
Nice.
That'll do it.
And he hit the guy behind me, and that guy behind me hit me, right? Fucked up my bumper and all that stuff. And we pull off, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened here? Like, what the fuck? I noticed the car that hit the guy behind me is like, he's trying to like talk to the guy behind me, and it's a super old dude, and he's like bleeding from his nose and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, is he okay? Like, we called the cops and called the paramedics and stuff. And as I'm looking at my car, I'm taking like pictures and stuff of it, like the damage, and I'm trying to take pictures of the damage of the car and the wreck and all that stuff. So the guy who originally started the accident had his car pulled off to the side. I noticed that there weren't any he was the guy who was trying to, like, he didn't have insurance papers. And he was trying to talk about like, oh, he just he was doing some fucking shady fucking shit. So I tell my younger brother, like, low key, I was like, hey, I need you to go get a picture of his license plate because I think this dude's about to run. Because I got like a sixth sense with this. Okay, I know, I understand criminals.
I thought the success you were referring to was like being in accidents. I have success with being in accidents.
No, I have. I know when people are shady because I'm just like, this dude's pulling some shady shit right now, trying to like give this old man the runaround. So I told my younger brother, like, hey, go snap a pic of his thing. He's about to fucking run. And, you know, like, it took about 5 minutes for the cops to show up. And right when we hear the sirens, the dude hopped in his car and fucking booked it. And I was just like, I fucking knew he was running.
Wow.
That motherfucker.
Why
and then I was like, I talked to my younger brother. I'm like, hey, did you get a picture of his license plate? He's like, yeah, he did. And I was like, all right, cool. We at least have the dude's license plate. And I didn't know that while I was taking pictures of the guy's car that hit me from behind, right? The guy in the center, right? Because it's like the guy who actually caused the accident, the car in the center, then my car in the front.
Right.
I actually snapped a picture of the dude. I didn't know that. So I actually had the dude's picture. And when the sheriff was contacting me, like, hey, so you have pictures of the accident? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I actually also have a picture of the dude. I didn't even notice that. And he's like, oh, okay. So it was like, yeah, I have a picture of the accident, of all the stuff that damage. I have pictures of his freaking car and his license plate. And
please tell me he turned out to be a serial killer. Please.
No, I don't know. So the dude had just picked up the car from, I believe it was his stepdad or his like father-in-law or something. He picked it up from a used car lot. He just got it that same day, but he didn't have insurance. And he just was like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like, you have, I believe when you get a brand new car, you have like a month or two to get insured. So if you get in an accident within that time frame, there's like, you pay a higher whatever, but you can still get insurance to cover everything. But I don't know. Dude was trying to do some shady shit because he was trying to so the guy who hit me, his name is Al, Alton Brown. And he like he was just so confused because again, he's an old dude, old neighbor, and he gets hit from behind. And he's just like, where's your ID? And, you know, where's your insurance? And the guy's just like, oh, you don't need to worry about that. Like, I can pay it cash. Like, we don't need to go through the insurance and this and that. Nah, bro. No. That's spoken like a true person who does not have insurance, who has either a criminal record and who's about to fucking run the minute the cops try to show up.
Look at you, like some sort of Peter Parker snapping pictures.
I feel like this is the start of a really good story. Like, this is how like the origin story of a private detective.
Bro, you spend a lot of time with shady fucking people. You understand how they work.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I like driving very early in the morning and very late at night. I mean, there are less people on the road, but you can still get into accidents. And deer can wreck your car then too.
Be crazy.